In this video, I want to discuss a strategy for last 30 days for CFA level 3. Now, the theme is simple. These last 30 days we are going to use to revise and we're going to use for practicing. Now, revision becomes all the more important at level 3 primarily because of the morning section where you have to write, right? And it kind of makes you more confident if you have all the important points at your fingertips. So therefore, it's important that you spend reasonable time on revision. Now, how do you revise? So one possible way of doing it is, sorry for this. One possible way of doing it is you can make use of, one possible way of doing it is you download all the presentations that we have uploaded on the LMS and then run through them quickly. These presentations have like the key points that you need from all the important learning outcomes, and then you can keep on revising through them and then flag the ones that you could not recall easily in your first revision and then revise them one more time. Let's assume you don't have access to the presentation. If you've read curriculum, read through all the highlights. If you've have used the Kaplan material, read through the highlights. If you do not have access to highlights, then you would, if you've not highlighted your material, you can make use of the summary which is available at the end of the every reading in curriculum. And I think that's a reasonable summary. You can read through the summary and then you can go on to the main section, right? That's roughly the framework. It's important, again, I'm repeating this, it's important at level 3 that you know those importance. For example, the qualities that you would want in an investable or an index, right? So you need to have those kind of points at your fingertips. Once you've done revision, then we come on to the practice part. And this practice part is going to have two separate approaches. First is how do you practice for the morning section? Now, I have discussed this in multiple prior videos on level 3 where you think of level 3 as two separate exams. The morning is a totally different ball game and so is the afternoon. So for morning, the minimum you need to practice is 3 previous exams which are available under your CFA login. So these are the actual morning papers of the previous 3 years. Write them precisely in 9 to 12 format and then see what were your experiences, how many questions were you able to finish. On an average, most of the candidates are not able to finish last 20 to 30 minutes question, which basically means time management is important. So take these papers precisely in morning 9 to 12 and then see yourself how many questions were you able to finish. What went wrong? Did you spend too much of time on one particular question? So analyze that. So at minimum 3 previous exam, and then we would be adding another 3 mocks on the FinTree LMS. So you can practice them, and I think that's going to be a reasonable set for your morning preparation. For afternoon, you would be comfortable if you just practice the end of the chapter questions, right? At minimum, like, because I think the level 3 end of the chapter questions are really good quality. So if you practice them, you're going to be more or less okay with the afternoon set. You can also consider adding blue boxes to your preparation set. Okay, that's the general framework. Again, most of the candidates who scored really good in level 1 and level 2, they somehow struggle at level 3, especially with the morning set. So do not underestimate this piece. Give it enough time. Do practice the morning cases before you take the final exam. So to summarize, first revise, use the presentations we have uploaded on the LMS or use your highlighted copy of curriculum. Practice for morning previous 3 mocks, FinTree mocks, and for afternoon end of the chapter questions and blue boxes. I hope you find this video useful. All the best.